Hi, brothers and sisters in Christ. So, as promised, we are now back on 31 Days on Trusting God by Jerry Bridges. I think I made a mistake before and said Jeff Bridges, and that's the actor. Again, sorry for the delay. We've just been really busy and we've had some family things going on, but thank you so much for joining us. We are on now day 5, A Way to Honor God. And so, there we go. Let me go ahead and get my specs on here. I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans for welfare and not for evil. I give you a future and a hope. Jeremiah 29:11. Jeremiah 29:11 is a passage that has been meaningful to me for several years. Although its words were directed to the nation of Judah in its captivity, they express a principle that affirmed elsewhere throughout the Bible. God has a plan for you. And because no one can thwart that plan, you can have hope and courage. And you too can trust God. From our limited vantage point, our lives are marked by an endless series of contingencies. Instead of acting as we planned, we frequently find ourselves reacting to an unexpected turn of events. We make plans but are often forced to change them. Even those whose lives are free from major pain still experience the frequently frustrating or anxiety-producing events of daily life, which momentarily grab our attention and rob us of our peace of mind. A long-planned vacation has to be canceled because of illness. The washing machine breaks down the day company arrives. Your class notes are lost or stolen the day before a major exam, and you tear your favorite dress on the way to church. Sorry about that. And on and on. Instances of this magnitude are numerous. Life is full of them. But there are no contingencies with God. Our unexpected forced change of plans is a part of his plan. God is never surprised, never caught off guard, never frustrated by unexpected developments. God does as he pleases, and that which pleases him is always for his glory and our good. Our lives are also cluttered with a lot of if-onlys. If only I had done this. If only that had not happened. But again, God has no if-onlys. God never makes a mistake. God has no regrets. This God, his way is perfect. Psalms 18:30. We can trust God. He is trustworthy. And so we're told, trust in him at all times, O people. Pour out your hearts before him. God is a refuge for us. Sorry, guys. My eyelashes are a little bit too long for these glasses. There we go. Such encouragement is needed because so often our faith falters in various situations while we await the outcome. And frequently our situations don't really have a happy ending. Is God sovereign then also? This is the crucial question. It's difficult to believe that God is in control when we're in the midst of a heartache or grief. I've struggled with this many times myself. So often I've had to decide whether I would trust him when my heart ached. I continue to realize anew that we must learn to trust God, one circumstance at a time. It's not a matter of my feelings, but of my will. I never feel like trusting God when adversity strikes, but I can choose to do so anyway. The act of the will must be based on belief, and belief must be based on the truth, and God is sovereign. He carries out his own good purposes without ever being thwarted, and nothing is outside his sovereign will. We must cling to this in the face of adversity and tragedy if we're so to glorify God by trusting him. Oops, lost my page. I'll say this as gently and compassionately as I know how. Our first priority in adversity is to honor and glorify God by trusting him. Gaining relief from our feelings of heartache or disappointment or frustration is a natural desire. See Corinthians 12:9. And God has promised to give us grace sufficient for our trials and our peace. For our anxieties, see Philippians 4:6-7. But just as God's will is to take precedence over our will, not our will, but as you will, Matthew 26:39. So God's honor is to take precedence over our feelings. We honor God by choosing to trust him when we don't understand what he is doing or why he has allowed some adverse circumstance to occur. As we seek God's glory, we may be sure he has purposed our good and won't be frustrated in fulfilling that purpose. So that's really good. Talking about trusting God in all the circumstances and in the midst of your heartache right now. My grandma's dying, and I have to trust that his plan and everything for her. So we have a new thing now. Really excited about it. As you know, it's our channel is Lori Glory and Pops. So Pops is doing a new trivia thing called Pop's Pop Quiz, and it'll be all Bible trivia. And so we're excited about that. We'll be posting his video real quick, real soon. And so join Pops here real soon with Pop's Pop Quiz, okay? Love you guys. God bless you. And we'll be talking to you tomorrow.